welcome again. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Breare-Hall. I work at LSE in our student marketing and recruitment office. My full job title at LSE is Student Recruitment and Study Abroad Manager. Let's kick off with something very basic, very introductory. What is LSE? Well, it is, of course, as I'm sure you all know, the London School of Economics and Political Science. And political science is really important. That represents around 70% of what we do at LSE. Only around 30% is economics or economics related. The majority of what we teach is more essay-based, qualitative, but all social science. We are a dedicated social science institution. We don't teach anything else, no arts, no humanity, no physics, chemistry, engineering, medicine, nothing like that, just social science. Why should you come to LSE? Well, a number of reasons. I'll whiz through these for you. Firstly, we're widely regarded as the world's leading dedicated social science institution. So there are very few better places anywhere in the world where you can study the subjects that we teach. That's a fairly grand claim for us to make. It's quite a bold assertion on our part. Not entirely made up. We've taken various league tables and we've manipulated them in such a way as to ensure that LSE appears up there at the top. So if you look at world rankings, where you see the Harvards, the Yales, the Princetons, Oxford, Cambridges, they're all up there. But of all of those institutions, LSE is the only one that teaches just social science. So we are the world's leading dedicated social science institution. Maybe a little bit tenuous, but based on very firm foundations. 18 Nobel Prize winners have been either LSE staff or students. Going back to our founder, George Bernard Shaw, right at the start, and up to the present day, this was a bumper year for Nobel Prize winners at LSE. The president of Columbia won the Peace Prize, he's an alumnus of the school, and Professor Oliver Hart won the Nobel Prize for Economics, and he works in the economics department at LSE. Okay, breathe a sigh of relief, no more sales pitch. Let's look at what we actually teach. Well, as I say, I'm going to talk about master's graduate study today, but to put that into context, there are, of course, undergraduate degrees at the school. We have something called the general course, a study abroad program. If you're in the early days of a degree here, you could potentially come to LSE to do 1 year of study abroad as part of the University of London program, assuming this institution gives you permission to do that. You would come to LSE probably in your second, possibly your third year of study, be fully integrated into our undergraduate program, take 4 courses, sitting in the same lectures and classes as LSE students, same accommodation, everything the same. Same exams as well, I'm afraid. And then come back here at the end of that year and get credit towards your University of London degree for what you did. Okay. Let's look at what we actually want from you to get into the school, if you've not been put off so far. So, fairly straightforward. If you're applying from the University of London, then we're looking for a minimum of a 2-1 qualification for most of our degrees. To be really competitive, if you're applying for something like MSc Economics, which is a very popular degree program, they will look for first-class marks. And economics typically are looking for a background in economics. So they're not terribly keen on students who transfer from different subject areas. The same would be true of law. You can't come and do graduate law at LSE unless you have a first degree in law. Some of our degree programs require a GRE or a GMAT score, and some of them require it even from students who follow the University of London's international programs. This isn't clear-cut. There are some who exempt you, there are others who don't. So if you are interested in a particular program, it would be best to get in touch with us and find out whether they require the GRE or the GMAT or not. If they do, then you have to submit it with your application. If you don't, and it was required, they wouldn't look at your application. So scores, if required, need to be submitted with the application. If it's GRE, about 163 and above in the quantitative section. If it's GMAT, about 650 and above in the quantitative section. If you want to do a PhD in the future, you need a master's degree already. Same sort of standard, a distinction or merit as a minimum requirement to get into a PhD. Now, the application process for graduate study at LSE is relatively straightforward. It's all online. It's an LSE application. So you go onto our website, pay £65 and we give you very generously 2 choices. You don't have to use both choices, but you can have a first choice and a second choice of the programme. We will automatically consider you for your first choice first. That's not necessarily a big surprise there. But if you're not successful in that, we will automatically consider you for your second choice. Now this is a rolling process. We opened applications for next year's entry in October the 10th this year. And we are now looking at applications, reviewing them, and we'll be issuing decisions soon. So the sooner you apply in the application cycle relevant to you, the sooner you apply, the more places are available, more financial aid is available, the sooner you'll get a decision from us. So apply as early as you can. A few things to bear in mind. First of all, it isn't really a personal statement. This is an academic statement. It's not an opportunity for you to simply list your likes and dislikes, your achievements, tell us how wonderful and cuddly you are. We know you're a nice person because you're applying to LSE. It's a given. You don't have to prove that. What we want to know are 2 things. We want to know that you're academically able to successfully complete the degree that you're applying for, and we want to know that you're sufficiently interested in the subject, you have sufficient passion, enthusiasm, commitment to the subject to contribute something to it as well. So you can write about anything you want in your personal statement, as long as most of what you write answers those 2 queries in the selector's mind. What I think is quite interesting to bear in mind is if you look at what our Indian graduates do when they leave LSE. Banking and finance is very popular, politics and government. But this mustard-coloured part of the bar shows the percentage of our Indian graduates who stay in the UK. So you can see in banking and finance, the vast majority of those students stay in the UK. This is a little bit contrary to what you might read in the press, that as soon as you finish a degree in the UK, you immediately get deported back to India and you have to leave instantly. There's an element of truth in that, not too much, but yes, when your student visa expires, if you don't have a work visa, you have to leave the country, absolutely. But LSE graduates, graduates of other good universities, are quite highly sought after. You will be made job offers. Those employers will sponsor you for a work visa, and therefore many of our Indian students do remain in the country. You don't have to, it's not compulsory, I'm not suggesting you have to stay in the UK, but it is a possibility. It is something which other students have done in the past.